Welcome to Module 3, Lesson 3, Value of Volunteers. There is no greater asset to Extension than when a person volunteers his or her own knowledge, skills, time, or resources to assist others to make informed decisions. Volunteering remains an essential driver of political, social, and economic development. The value of local volunteers' impact on families and communities enables Extension to respond quickly to reach diverse audiences and to assist people whose access to services is limited, especially vulnerable populations. Volunteers like you truly provide invaluable support to extend the reach of Extension, as well as improve the quality of its services. There are two objectives for this lesson. First, you will be able to understand the importance and value of volunteers and how volunteers fit into the Extension system. Second, you will learn more about the Volunteer Management Database, used to document the quantity and value of volunteer efforts. Volunteers are vital to Extension. In fact, it is impossible to communicate the work of Extension without talking about volunteers. Volunteers have had a presence in Family and Consumer Sciences programs since the beginning, when home demonstration agents showed canning clubs how to can or preserve food, and the participants shared or extended the information learned to others in the community. Today, volunteers take on more extensive roles to advocate, promote, and deliver research-based information to clientele through effective Family and Consumer Sciences programming. In Extension, volunteers are critical to the organization. Blending their background knowledge and expertise with their understanding of local culture and customs, volunteers have the capacity to make a positive difference in the lives of people that they reach and serve. There are many benefits to serving as a volunteer in Family and Consumer Sciences. The commitment of volunteers is ever valuable and demonstrated through value for Extension, communities, and volunteers. There is no question that the service of volunteers creates financial value for Extension. Although unpaid, the magnitude of volunteer service to engage individuals and communities in unique ways that complement that of paid workers is a valuable resource. Family and Consumer Sciences volunteers serve our communities by helping others to address challenging and pressing issues that can affect people's lives while creating understanding about the important connections between food, health, finances, people, and communities. As part of the organization, volunteers have many opportunities for professional development. These opportunities will vary from state to state and within communities, but within Family and Consumer Sciences, most volunteers will have the opportunity to participate in some professional development. One important opportunity is the training received through Master Volunteer Programs. Check with your county Family and Consumer Sciences educator for additional professional development opportunities. Volunteers have the opportunity to work with and meet new people. They also have the chance to participate in leadership opportunities, share with others, and interact with diverse audiences. The skills that you learn as a Family and Consumer Sciences volunteer are important in all aspects of life, and therefore are great to include on your resume. Another benefit of serving as a Family and Consumer Sciences volunteer is giving back and helping your community. You are also supporting the mission of Family and Consumer Sciences to strengthen families, communities, and the economy. Finally, your work is important and meaningful to improve the quality of life in our communities and to help people in need. Your service is acknowledged and appreciated through recognition at local, state, and federal levels. Another benefit of serving as a Family and Consumer Sciences volunteer is that not only are you learning new skills, but also you are helping others. Seeing others reach new heights because of your service or watching a program progress from an idea to evaluation may provide you a sense of accomplishment. Extension has a presence in almost every county, so as a volunteer, you will work with and get to know your neighbors and the people who live and work in your community. Most importantly, you will have fun in your role of service. President Barack Obama acknowledged the impact of volunteer service by saying, "Volunteers are the lifeblood of our schools and shelters, hospitals and hotlines, and faith-based and community groups. From mentoring at-risk youth and caring for older Americans to supporting our veterans and military families and rebuilding after disasters, these everyday heroes make a real and lasting impact on the lives of millions of women and men across the globe." We understand and appreciate the valuable service and contributions of our volunteers. Volunteer service and contributions increase the capacity and delivery of Family and Consumer Sciences programs. To maximize reporting of service and contributions, the Volunteer Management Database was developed. The Volunteer Management Database is maintained by Montana State University Extension through a partnership with the United States Department of Agriculture, National Institute of Food and Agriculture, Division of Family and Consumer Sciences. This database system further enhances our achievements through highlighting the depth of volunteer activities that support family and consumer sciences programs on a county, state, and national level. This online national system allows Extension educators who implement the Master Family and Consumer Sciences Volunteer Program to keep track of volunteer activities and report them to the state and federal funding partners. Documenting your volunteer activities helps Extension to be able to manage and record the service and impact to your local communities. Some of the information that will be captured includes the number of volunteers in the Master Volunteer Program, the number of people served with the Master Volunteer Program, demographics of volunteers and the audience, number of volunteer hours, and program successes and highlights, including impact stories, volunteer highlights, and nominations for recognition. Take a minute and read commentary regarding the value of volunteers to OSU Extension from Bruce McPheron, Vice President of Agricultural Administration and Dean. The university can develop the very best financial, nutritional, or relationship information in the world, but for it to be useful, we must get that knowledge in the hands of the people who need it. Our Extension educators need partners to reach these audiences. They need the help of passionate volunteers who believe in their community and want to make it a better place. In review, volunteers are vital to the work of Extension and Family and Consumer Sciences. The value of volunteers is evident through gains in Extension, communities, and for the volunteers themselves. Last, the Volunteer Management Database is an online national database tool that enables documenting and reporting volunteer hours, service, and impact to local communities.